That's Martha Skeeters. She's the president of Oklahoma Coalition for Reproductive Justice. Here she is. Please.
Hello, Lawton! Good to see you all here today. This is fabulous. A festival of freedom. Doesn't get much better than this. Really doesn't get much better than this. And as Terry said, I represent the Oklahoma Coalition for Reproductive Justice. We support reproductive justice in its broadest sense. That is, we support the creation of a world in which our reproductive decisions are not based on poverty, not based on poor health because of environmental pollution, not forced because of a lack of sexual education or a lack of access to contraceptives. We believe in reproductive justice. We have to imagine a world in which women and men, let's not leave out the men, regardless of social class, regardless of race, will live in environments which do not threaten their reproductive health, which give all of us opportunities to overcome poverty, which give access to education for everyone, and gives access to fertility for everyone, which gives everyone control over their own reproductive capacity, your own ability to reproduce. We are not pro-abortion. We are not pro-life. We believe that individual privacy should be allowed to help people make really personal decisions about reproduction. I would support that woman who says, no, I would never have an abortion. I don't want to have an abortion. I'm not going to have one. And I would support that woman who says, I do not want to give birth. I am choosing to have an abortion. I would support the individual person in this very personal decision. What I would not support, and what our organization does not support, is politicians imposing their decision and their values on individuals. Yeah, right. If you value your own personal privacy, your own sense of yourself as having bodily integrity, your own freedom to make your own decisions, you don't want politicians involved in this. You want to be able to decide for yourself. Well, I can say this has been a really good year for reproductive justice in Oklahoma. Yes, this spring, one of the worst bills ever was passed by the Oklahoma Senate. It was called the Personhood Bill, and it basically said that a clump of cells is a legal and moral person equal to you or me, equal to a pregnant woman. This was an insult, an absolute insult to women, to their human rights, and to these two gentlemen standing in front of me as well. Are you listening, Lawton?
Yeah, we're listening.
This personhood bill basically said the person who has invested in herself, who has been the subject of love, has received social investment to create her personhood, doesn't really matter. The politicians will be able to say that the clump of cells within her can veto her own decisions. Well, the Oklahoma Coalition for Reproductive Justice and some other organizations got involved, and we defeated the personhood bill in the legislature. In addition, we also got involved in some legal challenges. The personhood was also put into a petition that was going to come before a vote of the people in November, but some of our members became plaintiffs and challenged that law, and it was declared unconstitutional, the language, before it could even get to a vote of the people. So we had a victory there. We also were involved in a legal challenge to the ultrasound law, which is what Terry was just speaking about. The ultrasound law passed in 2010 said that a woman has to submit to an ultrasound with the screen in front of her eyes, and the doctor has to read a script describing the fetus to her before she can terminate a pregnancy. Yes, is it something like torture? Yes. Is it an attempt to stop women from terminating pregnancies? Yes. Stop them from exercising their constitutional right and their moral right to make that choice? Yes. This is politicians getting involved in women's personal business and their health care. That law was challenged, and we were a plaintiff, and we won. That was declared unconstitutional. It's under appeal, but I think we'll win it too. Yeah, let's hear it. Absolutely. Yes. Another legal challenge was made to a law on medication abortion, where the legislature played doctor one more time and put down some rules about how that would work that made it pretty unworkable. And of course, a medication abortion is even more safe than a surgical abortion and cheaper. So this was putting down a pretty big barrier in front of women making their personal decisions along with their families and their partners. We won that one too. It was declared unconstitutional, though it's under appeal. And most interesting and exciting of all, in that judge's decision, yeah, let's hear it. In that judge's decision, he said, the Oklahoma Constitution protects a woman's right to make that personal decision to terminate a pregnancy. Not just the federal Constitution under Roe v. Wade, but the Oklahoma Constitution. So these were 4 big wins for reproductive justice in Oklahoma this spring. Yay! 4 big wins. One of the galling, really wretched, really awful aspects of this legislation is what's coming out of the mouths of some of those legislators, particularly female legislators like Representative Lisa Billy, who say, oh, making a woman lie on a table and have a probe inserted in her while the doctor reads a script and it shows on the screen, oh, that's to help women. That's to protect women. Because we want to make sure they have information. We want to make sure that they don't regret this later. Well, you know, there's a very fine line between protecting women and controlling women, and I think this is all about control. You know, if the government tried to protect us from everything that we might regret down the line, the government would be sitting in our living room planning our lives every single day. I don't think that's what we want. You want individual freedom, right? Isn't this a freedom festival? All right. Women do not want to be lectured and harassed when they are exercising their own moral agency and constitutional right. Women do not want politicians making medical decisions for them, for us. We know that we, along with our families, our doctors, those who love us, are in the best position to make crucial decisions about our reproductive lives, our health, and our future. When we establish families, we want to do it responsibly. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we want to live in a world where privacy means something, where we're able to exercise freedom in our private lives, we must continue to oppose the legislature's attacks on reproductive justice. I urge you to join OCRJ, the Oklahoma Coalition for Reproductive Justice, in opposing these laws and in educating so that we can bring more legislators to the Capitol who also support reproductive justice and leaving these decisions, these personal decisions, in private hands. We have a table over here. We invite you to come and visit and learn more about us. You can join us online, or you can join us just this evening. We have no dues and no obligations, but you'll receive information about what's going on at the legislature and about what we're up to. We're in the business of imagining the unimaginable. We will work to elect legislators who share our values, and we'll do what we're doing here tonight. We will be democracy.